Brad Pitt, a familiar name in the world of cinema and production, has established his reputation with many valuable awards and a significant net worth, which is estimated to be up to $400 million United States dollars. He is one of the famous entertainment icons and is known as the highest-paid star globally. With excellent acting ability and creativity in his roles, Brad Pitt has continuously achieved success. He has regularly received at least $20 million for large-scale film projects in which he participates. Not stopping there, he set a new record with a significant advance salary, up to $30 million, for an exclusive Apple TV movie, scheduled to launch on the topic of Formula One. Brad Pitt is not only a big Hollywood star but also a talented producer. He has participated in many famous and successful production projects, helping to create excellent cinematic works. His versatility and dedication to his career have contributed to Brad Pitt's position and influence in the entertainment industry. In 2014, at the Academy Awards ceremony, Brad Pitt was honored as producer for the film 12 Years a Slave, a work that impressed with its excellent content and acting, and brought home Best Movie Award. In 2020, Brad Pitt continued to prove his talent when he won the Best Supporting Actor Oscar for his role in the movie Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. With his charisma and outstanding performance in this role, he conquered the members of the Academy Award Committee and won one of the most valuable awards in the film industry. Brad Pitt's talent in acting and producing is undeniable, and even more important is his important role in founding Plan B Entertainment, an extremely successful film production company. Plan B Entertainment, founded with his former wife, Jennifer Aniston, in the 1990s, has become a major source of revenue for Brad Pitt, and also marked an important turning point in his career. The company has established a strong reputation and demonstrated its influence through the production of many excellent works. These include Oscar-winning works such as The Departed, Moonlight, and 12 Years a Slave, which not only scored financially but also in terms of reputation and prestige. Brad Pitt has maintained an active involvement in Plan B Entertainment, regularly participating in production projects. His combination of roles as actor and producer resulted in a series of popular and successful films. For example, he participated in the production of works such as Troy, Moneyball, The Assassination of Jesse James by the Coward Robert Ford, Killing Them Softly, World War Z, The Big Short, and Ad Astra. William Bradley Pitt, commonly known as Brad Pitt, was born on December 18, 1963 in Shawnee, Oklahoma. He is one of 3 brothers and grew up in Springfield, Missouri. Brad's early development began at the University of Missouri, where he majored in journalism with a concentration in advertising. However, his fate changed when he discovered his passion for the art of acting. This decisive moment happened while he was studying at university. Brad Pitt suddenly realized his abilities in this field and began to intend to move to Los Angeles, where there was an opportunity to develop an acting career. Not long after completing his degree at university, Brad decided to trade and leave Missouri to start a new journey in California, where he established his career and became one of top famous stars of the world entertainment industry. Brad Pitt's first role in the film industry was a background role in the movie Hunk. Later, he also had a brief appearance in Kevin Costner's 1987 film, No Way Out. These were the first steps in his acting career, before he began to show his talent and prominence in later films. After a series of guest appearances and supporting roles, Brad Pitt's popularity began to rise through his memorable supporting role in the movie Thelma and Louise. Although he was only a supporting role, his acting left a strong impression. In 1992, Brad Pitt accepted a leading role in the film A River Runs Through It, an Oscar-winning work. With excellent acting, he demonstrated his diverse acting abilities and his career began to peak. However, the key highlight of Brad Pitt's career came in the hugely successful 1995 crime film, Seven. This film grossed $327 million United States dollars worldwide and helped him become one of Hollywood's top stars. His role in Seven brought him much praise and even brought him a Golden Globe Award. Brad Pitt's career continues to flourish as he receives an Academy Award nomination for his next film, 12 Monkeys, which is another important step in his development in the film industry. Brad Pitt's dedication and diversity in his roles have taken him into completely different worlds. He ventured into the Alps in 7 Years in Tibet, where he faced rocky mountain scenery and harsh climate to deliver a convincing performance. Brad Pitt also sweated in the boxing ring in the movie Fight Club, where he showed human swelling and weakness through this martial art. Besides, in the role of The Assassination of Jesse James by the Coward Robert Ford, Brad Pitt brought an amazingly accurate voice, delicately expressing the deep emotions of the character he played. Brad Pitt's diversity and dedication have helped him build an impressive career in the film industry and demonstrate his versatility through each different role. In November 2001, Brad Pitt co-founded Plan B Entertainment with his then-wife Jennifer Aniston, super producer Brad Gray, and several other executives. Brad bought Jennifer out of the company after their divorce for an undisclosed amount. In October 2022, it was revealed that Plan B was in the process of selling a 60% stake to French media group Miraval. The deal reportedly values Plan B at $300 million and is paid in 50% cash and 50% stock in Miraval. In other words, at the time of the transaction, Miraval paid $180 million, including $90 million in stock and $90 million in cash, to own 60% of Plan B. Let's assume Brad previously owned, he will receive 60% of the company's shares. Money for himself and no longer possesses any Plan B, or, more likely, he sold almost half of his personal shares and shared the proceeds with his partner's mine. Up to now, the movie Plan B has generated $3 billion in global box office revenue on a total production budget of $1 billion. Plan B's most successful film in terms of worldwide box office revenue is World War Z, which grossed $530 million globally. The second highest performing film is Troy with $483 million United States dollars. Remarkable salary in 1991, Brad only earned $6,000 for his small role in Thelma and Louise. Just 2 years later, he earned $500,000 for California. This is equivalent to less than $1 million after adjusting for inflation. 2 years after California, he earned $4 million for Seven. The following year, he earned his first $10 million salary for Sleeper. He earned another $10 million for 7 years in Tibet. By the late 1990s, his base film salary had increased to $17.5 million, which he earned from Meet Joe Black, Fight Club, Spy Game and Troy. He earned $20 million for Mr. and Mrs. Smith and earned $20 million for most of his starring roles where he was not a producer. He cut his salary in half to $10 million to appear in the Tarantino films Inglourious Basterds and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. In 2001, Brad accepted a lower base salary of $10 million in exchange for a percentage of ancillary revenue when he co-starred in Ocean's 11. When all was said and done, he ended up making $30 million from the film. His role in the TV series about Formula One, which Brad Pitt recently participated in, created a major income opportunity for him. According to information, Brad Pitt is expected to earn $30 million for this project. This shows his appeal and influence in the entertainment industry. In addition to acting, Brad Pitt's role as producer also contributes significantly to his income. Producing famous and successful films has earned him millions of dollars. Perhaps his income as a producer has even surpassed what he earned throughout his career as an actor. Brad Pitt's personal life has attracted the attention of many people through notable relationships and events. Previously, he married actress Jennifer Aniston in 2000, forming one of Hollywood's most famous and desirable couples. However, they broke up and divorced in 2005, and the echo of this divorce still lingers in the press with many rumors about the reason. After that, Brad Pitt's love life continued to attract attention when he began a relationship with co-star Angelina Jolie on the set of the movie Mr. and Mrs. Smith. This relationship arose while they worked together and later became one of the famous couples and was called Brangelina. Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie got married in 2014, however, this marriage also ended in 2019 after a long period of separation. The battle over child custody and financial support between them continues. Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie already have 6 children in their family, including adopted and conceived children. Their marriage created a diverse and loving family. After Angelina Jolie gave birth to their daughter Shiloh, the couple decided to sell the baby's photo rights to famous magazines. People magazine bought the photo rights for North America for $4.1 million, while Hello! Bought the rights to another region for $3.5 million. In total, the proceeds from the sale of Shiloh's photo rights were $7.6 million. This created a record for the most expensive celebrity photo of all time. When twins Knox and Vivian were born, Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie continued to sell the baby's photo rights to People and Hello! Magazines. The price this time is $15 million United States dollars, which is an impressive number and also a record for the value of a celebrity's photo. This family's life always attracts attention and interest from the public and media. In 2022, Brad Pitt was reported to have started dating jewelry designer Ines de Ramon. This date has become an interesting topic and attracted public and media attention, but information about Brad Pitt's personal life and his relationship is usually kept secret and private. That's why it becomes an interesting topic and often appears in the media, creating curiosity and interest from the public. Los Feliz Real Estate. Brad owns an impressive real estate portfolio that includes properties around the world with a cumulative value of more than $100 million. From 1994 to 2023, Brad's Pitt headquarters in LA was a complex he pieced together over the years through multiple transactions. Brad reportedly sold the mansion in March 2023 for $39 million after quietly shopping for it weeks before. It was never officially listed on the MLS. Located in Los Feliz neighborhood, today the property is actually made up of 5 contiguous lots measuring just under 2 acres. The property features 4 homes including a 6,600 square foot main house, a skate park, swimming pool and more. Brad bought his first lot on the block in 1994 for $1.7 million. The seller is actress Cassandra Peterson, who famously portrayed the character Elvira. Cassandra believes the house is haunted. Cassandra said about the house during his marriage to Jennifer Aniston, the former couple lived in an 11,000 square foot Wallace Neff designed mansion in Beverly Hills. They bought the property in 2001 for $12.5 million, a year after getting married. They undertook a complete renovation and it took 3 years. After breaking up and completing the divorce proceedings, Brad and Jennifer sold the house for $28 million. In March 2020, this house sold for $44.5 million. Below is a video tour of Pitt, Aniston's former Beverly Hills mansion in 2000. Brad paid $4 million to buy a 15-acre beach house north of Santa Barbara in the town of Goleta, California. In late 2006, around the time he was planning to build 150 affordable homes in New Orleans, Pitt spent $3.5 million on a historic mansion in the city's famous French Quarter. Pitt and Jolie listed the home in 2015 for $6.5 million but ultimately took the property off the market after failing to find a buyer. In 2004, Brad paid $8.4 million to buy a sloping roof villa in Malibu, California. He sold this house in December 2011 to Ellen DeGeneres and Portia de Rossi for $12 million. Just 6 months later, Ellen and Portia sold it to a new buyer for $13 million. In October 2022, the buyer sold the house for $45 million to a pair of married fashion entrepreneurs with close ties to Kim Kardashian. In 2015, Brad bought a villa on the Spanish island of Majorca for $3.7 million. In July 2022, Brad paid $40 million for an architecturally significant historic home in Carmel Highlands, California. In April 2023, Pitt purchased the Los Feliz home owned by Getty Oil heiress Aileen Getty for $5.5 million. Chateau Miraval in 2008, Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie spent $67 million on a 1,200-acre winery in southern France called Chateau Miraval. Chateau Miraval is one of the leading producers of rosé, with bottles available in most high-end grocery stores in the U.S. The main house on the estate is said to have 35 rooms, several guest houses and a recording studio. They actually got married at the castle in 2014. The property became a major point of contention during their divorce and reportedly caused the final settlement to drag on for years. Ultimately, they reached an agreement that may have involved an agreement that they would sell the property at a later date or make their children the primary heirs.